Hey, Weaver Snaps, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Crystal Wed'locke, Heptath'locke Season 2. Today, we are picking up where we left off last episode. We made our way from Hexath'locke City down here to Olivine City, I think, is where we're at. Hold on, let's double check. Route 39, Olivine City. There it is. I haven't done anything since we last left off, but today we are picking up with the Lighthouse quest. We need to traverse up this lighthouse here to find Jasmine, I believe, and she's going to give us a quest to go to Signwood, to hit a pharmacy up, and all that kind of stuff. And so we're going to battle through, or make our way through the lighthouse here. So I think we're supposed to be... Maybe on this first floor there's nothing to battle, but I think there's supposed to be trainers for us to battle. And then we'll make the trip out to Signwood City as well. Oh, this is no place for playing. Clearly, but we're going to battle either way, apparently. Since Noctowl. Alright, I was expecting Growlithe. Those gentleman-y types tend to have Growliths. But Napoleon tends to have an Ice Punch, so let's give that a shot. I think Ice is special in this gen. Oh, and we freeze the Noctowl. Nice. I guess we can, we'll clean up with a Surf here. Stab. Should be plenty. There we go. Down goes the Noctowl. Napoleon needs a little bit of experience. He's getting left behind just a tad. Napoleon's trying to learn Amnesia. More from Amnesia. Let's go to Tail Whip. We're not really using that. I think Amnesia could potentially be useful. It's not a move I'm akin to using real frequently, but I know, like, Quagsires and Slowbros and stuff can learn it. I think it boosts special defense, if I remember correctly. I don't know. We'll give it a shot here in a second. But yeah, so I think everyone, well, Josephine, Fiverr, and Luna are all level 24. I think Romeo and Juliet are level 25. We're going to need to do a bit of leveling between this episode and next episode, because probably going to be taking on the Signwood City Gym next. Okay, Napoleon's special defense went way up. Alright, that's what I figured. Looks good. So, Water Gun should do nothing. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Slam finishes off the Poliwag in one hit. Yeah, I think we need to be at least level 30, potentially, for the Signwood City Gym, if I remember correctly. So, definitely going to be, well, we're doing battling today. Going to be doing grinding between this episode and next episode. But we should be fine. We should be fine. It shouldn't be too bad. We got a lot of trainers between here and there. And so I think that'll be fine. Sailor Huey was defeated. We kind of need to think, I mean, at this point, I think the Signwood City Gym is fighting type. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. The thing is, I think we talked last time maybe, or I mentioned last time how a lot of these regions have a little island down in the bottom left-hand corner, and so I was like, but I think on both Cinnabar and Dewford, they're basically like identical islands in Johto and Hoenn. And I think they both have a fighting gym on them, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, let's throw up a Surf, see what that's going to do. We do have Ice Punch if we need it, but I just want to see, we haven't really gotten to use a Surf a whole lot. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Attaboy Napoleon. So, yeah, it'll probably end up being Romeo and Juliet taking care of that gym. Will Torch change? No, we're going to leave Napoleon in. He needs to level here. It'll probably be Romeo and Juliet because... obviously, Luna's going to be weak to the gym, and Napoleon and Josephine will be a backup, but neither of them really have anything super, like, useful, necessarily. Well, no. Tord is not going to change Pokemon. Tord is keeping Napoleon in. Let's try an Ice Punch here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Level 24. That'll do. That'll do. Napoleon going up a level... lots of Pidgeys, lots of flying. Why are so many bird keepers roosting in this this here lighthouse? I feel like maybe up top that would make sense, but inside just doesn't make sense. About to use Pidgey. But yeah, lots of bird Pokemon here. Just curious, given that the patron of this building is an Ampharos, an electric type, and the patroness is a steel type trainer. So I'm not sure how these guys fit in, but hey. That's just a theory. Alright, moving on. Let's see. Okay, battle this guy. I do think at some point we have to start falling down holes in order to find the right section. That's probably wrong. That wouldn't make any sense given the structure of a lighthouse, but who knows. Alright, here we go. Maybe this was the gentleman I was thinking of. Let's throw up a surf. Looks good. Awesome. Napoleon goes down. So yeah, Napoleon and Josephine, they'll resist most of what a fighting gem would probably have to throw out. Or at least have good enough defenses to deal with it. So they could be a decent backup. But I think Juliet's probably our best bet at this point. Alright. Gaining that experience. Gentleman Preston was defeated. Although, as I'm thinking about that, does she... Juliet, do you even have... Okay, she has Pack, which isn't, like, great. But she's got Hypnosis, she's got Reflect. I think she can probably, well, you know, come in, set up a Hypnosis, set up a Reflect, start pecking away. Probably will be good enough. I think that's the plan. Anyway, all right, we've got the last Connie here. What does she got? She's got a Meryl. All right, Napoleon can handle that. I think. No, whatever. I think Napoleon's probably leveled enough. Well, I think he's even with Josephine now, but Josephine, we can also make use of Josephine on the water routes too. So, either way, we'll let Napoleon do this stuff, and then she can absorb off. Okay, so... Okay, here we go. Well, she won't even smile these days. Alright, everybody's feeling a little worried about Jasmine, which seems fair. She's kind of the leader of their city. Okay, Napoleon coming in, throw up the slam. It's gonna miss. Vice grip doesn't do much. I love the defenses on Quagsire. Oh, it's like having a Blastoise again. Alright, finishing off the Krabby. Boom, baby. Pulling her to level 25. That'll work. So against about to send in Krabby. We'll torch change Pokemon. Nah, we'll stay in. Just slam it away. Close. Oh, critical hit. No bueno. Let's use the Surf just to wrap this up. Don't want to risk missing a slam and getting Napoleon killed. That would be awful. Gonna need him for this Steel-type gym, I think. Can't manage to smile either. Alright. Great. Okay, we're still going up. Let's go ahead and heal very quickly. Yeah, Napoleon. Man, we need to move up to the next tier of potions, apparently. We're pretty high up here. My bird Pokemon are in a prime form. Alrighty. So I don't know about you guys. I went to the dentist yesterday. Well, by the time you watch this, I don't know when it'll have been, but I went to the dentist recently. And does it annoy anybody else? So I go into the dentist, and I take pretty decent care of my teeth and everything like that. But I go into the dentist, and the hygienist, she comes in with this little ice pick, right? They've got these little tiny metal instruments. It's a sharp little ice pick, basically. And she just starts jabbing you in the gums with this little metal pick. And then they get all uppity with you and be like, oh, you've got some minor bleeding here. It's like, well, no crap. Like, it's one of these things that really annoys me. I don't know why I just thought about it, but it's like, does anybody else decide you just do that? I mean, I see I've seen the same lady at this dentist office for like the last 5 years or something. But it's like, man, does anybody else do that? They like guilt you for like minor bleeding. It's like, yeah, well, you're shoving a sharp metal instrument into soft tissue. That's what happens. I don't know how flossing more is really going to help me with the situation. Oh man, Napoleon got hit. But yeah, I'm not one of those people who's like scared of going to the dentist. Like I've never really had an issue with going to the dentist, which is, I mean, I had good dentists as a kid. Like they did their best to make you feel comfortable, sort of thing, which is good because I was actually in the dentist quite a bit as a kid. Like only 2 or 3 of my adult teeth actually came in naturally. Like the rest of my baby teeth, or like 2 or 3 of my baby teeth came out naturally. I don't know. I had to have lots of teeth pulled as a kid because they just wouldn't get loose and fall out. Like to make room for the adult teeth, I had to have teeth pulled. And then in 3rd grade, I broke out my front teeth. Ooh, a rare candy, nice. When I was, we were in 3rd grade, we were roughhousing on some equipment or whatever on the playground, and I knocked out my 2 front teeth, which I had just gotten, so that was unfortunate. Okay, so here maybe, okay, perfect. So I had just gotten them, And I was very proud because actually my two front teeth were two that had come in right. I didn't have to have teeth pulled or anything like that. They came in like they were supposed to. And then months later, I ended up getting them, knocking them out on a piece of playground equipment. So that was fun. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time in dentist's office as I was as a kid, and so I could have very easily been like traumatized and been one of these people who hate going to the dentist. And I mean, it's certainly not the most fun experience, but it's, you know, it's whatever. It's something you got to do. So it's never been one of those things that I dread. But yeah, it's just like it's just like the guilt trip, and I was like, well, yeah, when you stab somebody with a sharp metal instrument, I don't know if they can be asked to, apologize for bleeding a little bit. So, yeah, there's Rantimer for the day. I don't know. Found an ether. Fantastic. Alright, I think this staircase is the one we need. Or maybe. Getting close, at least. I wanted to battle Jasmine, but she's not up to it now. So how about you? Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it. See how Ernest wants to battle. See how Ernest sent out Machop. I was fortunate, though, as a kid. All my other dental issues aside, I was thankful that I never actually had to get braces. I have pretty nice straight teeth, but they all just kind of came in naturally that way. And I don't know if it was by nature of, like, having my baby teeth pulled, my teeth didn't come in at weird angles trying to push out baby. I don't know how all that would play out necessarily. Oh, Machop, okay. For some reason I thought I had read Gloom there for a second. I was like, well, I don't necessarily want to go up against Gloom. But yeah, I never had to have braces, which is lucky for me. And my little brother Bubba didn't have to have braces either. But his teeth were he had always had like tons of space between his teeth. So he had lots of room for his teeth to grow into. But my older brother, Klungar, he had probably the worst shake. He had to have braces, and he had to have, he had such a severe underbite or overbite or something that they had to break his jaw and like reset it. Yeah, so he went through all this trouble with braces, and then they had to like break his jaw and reset it. So I don't know, I don't remember what the issue was gonna be, but some issue, they're like, oh, well, he's got such a severe thing that later down the line is gonna cause something, and so I was always thankful for that at least. Tor can't carry any more items. Oh no. Alright, Miracle Seed. Let's give this to Josephine. Don't know why I didn't do that before. Heal Power, Energy Root. Ooh. Gold Berry, what's that do? Self-restore item, 30 HP. Yeah, we'll give that to Juliet. Why not? She's gonna be battling a gym here soon. Rare Candy, let's use that on... Josephine's gonna get good experience. Let's give that to Luna. Alright. Good. Super Repel, that'll be useful. How did I miss? Maybe that's on my way back. Alright. Scope this place really quickly, see if there's anything we're gonna be missing out on. Looks like there's an item over here, we'll grab that. We found a super potion. Fantastic. Alright, now let's talk to Jasmine and Amphi. This Pokemon's always kept the sea lit at night, but it suddenly got sick. It's gasping for air. I understand that there is a wonderful pharmacy in Cyanwood, but that's across the sea, and I can't leave Amphi unattended. May I ask you to get some medicine for me, please? Now, like, we talked to several people that we battled saying, like, especially that last guy, he's like, oh, I wanted to battle Jasmine, but she's not up to it. So, like, she's just, like, sitting here waiting for somebody to come up and help her. Like, I feel like there's lots of people who have talked to her, and she could have, like, set on this quest, but, alas. Alright. Aha, there's the item. Thorpe found, ooh, TM. Nice. Let's check that out. TM 43S, or 34 was what it was. Swagger. I'm really tempted to use Shadow Ball on something. Return. well, hold on. We're going to hold on to return and stuff. Actually, we're going to hold on to... So you guys have given me some great suggestions over the last couple of weeks, and a lot of those suggestions, well, great suggestions relating to all the singles we've got, and what other new couplings we should make, and things like that. A lot of the suggestions on the first video ended up being, you know what, it's probably best if you just wait and kind of see what your needs are at any given time, and then make couples then, as opposed to trying to do it all up front, and that's probably a really smart suggestion, you guys being the voices of reason. And I think that's what we're going to do. We also, on the last episode, got some great suggestions. Everybody seemed very inspired by the capture of Buttercup, and everybody had a different idea on who Buttercup should be paired with. But, actually, I didn't really look into any of this. Anything interesting going on here? They don't have the power to move boulders aside. Here, you... Oh, good. Strength HM. I would have totally left that behind. Well, that was lucky. I just, like, see this building. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot to look around this town and make sure there wasn't anything going on. But yeah, okay, great. Alright, so I think we're going this way. Route 40. Okay, we've got some swimmers here. Route 40 is an open route to us, so we'll have to keep that in mind as we're looking to get encounters and stuff. But yeah, as we're talking about encounters and all our singles and things like that, I do think, well, I would love to get some more couples going and things like that, especially with all the cool Pokemon that we've got available to us. With 2 gyms coming up here in pretty quick succession, I think definitely going to just kind of hold off for the time being on making any new couples, because I have a little bit of a worry, and again, I think I might be attributing some Hoenn concerns to this Johto Island coming up, but I know that I've lost lost Pokemon in this upcoming gym here before, or at least I think I have. And, okay, here's our encounter. It's probably going to be a Tentacruel. Tentacruel! Alright, we've got a level 20 male Tentacruel. Let's throw up a Slam here. Polian can take that like a boss. Okay. I feel like we can afford an Ice Punch. Water should resist it. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's whittle this down a little bit more. Okay, perfect. I don't want to waste Pokeballs. Let's throw a Great Ball at it here. And, we'll have a Tentacruel. That won't suck. Oop. We've already got 2 water Pokemon on the team, but it won't be the worst thing in the world to have a Tentacruel. They're pretty good defensively. So if we find ourselves in a pinch, we get wiped or something at some point, then we'll potentially, if we can catch this thing, have a... in fact, we can probably, if it pops out here... Yeah. Tentacruel used Acid. Polian can take that. Alright, let's go ahead and bring Josephine in. Pretty sure she's got Sleep Powder on her, doesn't she? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes, she does. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw up the Sleep Powder. It doesn't affect Tentacruel. Okay, Josephine's confused. Not the greatest. Come on, Josephine, put it to sleep. No, okay. Sorry. You do you. Come on, Josephine. Come on, Josephine. There we go. Yes. Good girl, Josephine. Alright, now, Great Ball. Let's try not to waste all these. I think we've got one more route, potentially, between us and Cianwood. Oh, Tentacruel, please don't. I mean, you're probably never getting used, so if you could just not be so much trouble, that would be great. Why couldn't we have just found a Tentacruel who wasn't going to use all my balls? There we go. Tentacruel was caught. Alright, so this is a male. Let's see... Tentacruel, the jellyfish Pokemon. When its 80 feelers absorb water, it strengthens like become a net to entangle. I didn't read that right. Straightens? I don't know. Give a nickname to Tentacruel. Yes. Alright, so looking at the list. I don't remember where they said this was from, but I was given the suggestion of Ruby and Sapphire. And so we're gonna name this little dude Ruby. I think it was some cartoon that I've never watched. Yeah, so Ruby, that seems like a fair name. He's got kind of bright red ruby eye things on his head or whatever, so yeah, we'll go with that. Ruby was sent to Bill's PC. Alright. Let's fight some more trainers here. But yeah, so just kind of holding off for the time being. Want to make sure that we make it through okay. If we happen to lose core team members in either of the 2 upcoming gyms, I really would not want to find myself in a position where I've already paired off all the good Pokemon in the box, and then we end up having to, you know... I mean, no offense to any of the Pokemon we have, but I would rather not have to, like, add Gohan the Rattata to the team to continue using, like one of my teammates or something like that. So... I think that makes sense. Yeah, and we actually really need to switch Pokemon. Man, Napoleon's getting overleveled. We need to get Josephine back up front. And actually, if we're gonna be using Romeo and Juliet, it might make more sense to get them up front as opposed to giving all this great experience to Josephine and Napoleon. In fact, let's do that. Although, let's quickly. I want to get Fiber. Yeah, let's bring Fiber up, and we'll let Fiber do a little bit of stuff here. Anyway, okay, here's somebody we can battle. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And I think we... Again, I'm not sure if I'm confusing Hoenn with this or not, but I think we might be able to... I think we get to fly... Am I just making... You guys tell me... Am I making that up? Am I just in my mind equating... Cyanwood with Dewford being basically identical? Do we get Fly on Cyanwood, or is that on Dewford in Hoenn? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Fiber is going to get to level 25 at least here, so he can be level with Luna. But probably Fiber and Luna are not going to be seeing any action tomorrow or next episode because Luna's going to be weak to it, and I have no interest in losing my transfers because I stupidly put them out against something that was super effective against them. And Fiber can't take a whole lot of hits, so if we got some powerful fighters that take down Luna, Fiber's probably not going to be too far behind, and I have no interest in seeing that pair going into the death bomb. All right, oop, getting another encounter here. Tentacool, little lady there. All right. Okay, Route 41. This is our first encounter on Route 41. This is the Dupes Clause. Run. Actually, that's interesting. Oop, Todd Camper. Hello, this is Todd. Tort, what are you doing? How do you raise your Pokemon? I do all sorts of things, like leaving them in the daycare and toughen them up with items. Yada yo. Okay, however easily. Should be able to challenge the Goldenrod Gym later. Okay. Don't do that, Todd. She'll kill all your friends. Okay, so actually, we have the good rod, don't we? I feel like we got the good rod. Yeah, we did. So why don't we... Because I think the only, like, surf encounter we can get here is Tentacools, and that's going to be a Dupes Clause for us. So why don't we go ahead... who do I want up front for this, though? Let's put Josephine. Put Josephine up front, and we're going to get our pack. Let's go for the good rod. Tort, this isn't the time to use that. I can't surf all the... or fish off the back of a surfing Pokemon? Okay, alright, well, instead of wasting our encounter on Tentacools then, I got some repels here, right? Let's use these repels and see if we can't make our way... Oh! What level are you? Level 24. Okay, so I need to get a higher level Pokemon up front. Let's go ahead and absorb. Probably not going to do great for us considering the poison typing. Josephine is confused. Josephine is absorb. Yeah, it's not really working out great. Let's throw up the cut. Josephine's confused no more. Alright, that'll work. That'll work. And then we'll switch Napoleon up front just to make sure we're not getting any more encounters. We get one more chance at an encounter on this route. And Josephine grew to level 25. Fantastic. Alright, Pokemon. Let's switch... well, let's... Everybody's level 25. In fact, let's put Juliet up front. I want her to get more experience. Just because it'll save me trouble in grinding, and if I decide I'm bored of grinding, then I can choose to just say, okay, I'm done grinding, because the Pokemon I'm actually going to be using in the gym are at a decent level. Hopefully this thing doesn't know Ice Shard or anything of the sort. Let's just go for a peck, see what that does for us. Not a lot. Oh no, no. Oh, okay, it did nothing. Although so did that, neither did that peck. So let's switch Romeo in. We'll spread the experience around a little bit. Juliet actually looks like she's pretty close to another level. whether or not the Shelder will push us there. I guess we'll see. Let's go for the Bite. Ooh, very close, very close. Shelder uses Tackle. Finish it off with another Bite here, and Romeo saves the day. Fantastic. Swimmer's about to use Tentacool, Torch Change Pokemon. Yeah. Let's see if Juliet can handle that one. I don't think... Now, I'm going to be a little bit confused here because... Yeah, no, I don't think so. I was also training a Noctowl on my Patreon server, my Pixelmon server for my patrons, because I knew that from playing this game, that Hoot Hoots evolved pretty early, so I could get a flyer pretty quickly with by grabbing a Hoot Hoot. But it also learns Confusion pretty early on in Pixelmon, and I think that's probably something that was added after Generation 2. I doubt Juliet is going to be learning that anytime soon. It would be kind of nice going up against these Tentacruels and stuff like that, but ooh, ouch. That's a little unfortunate. Poison Cure Berry. Let's use that. Fantastic. Tentacruel's still asleep. My guess is that there's not... well, she handled the Tentacool okay. Let's just see. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a crit. Well, either way, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. So, going forward with this series, it's not going to be... So, we had been doing Monday and Friday. Every Monday and Friday we'd be getting an update. And that's going to be changing slightly here, going into the next month or so, because I've got 3 Minecraft series going on right now, and so to get them updating in a slightly more frequent than like once every 3 weeks fashion, I'm gonna have to change it up a little bit. So it's gonna kind of switch off. So it's gonna be like 1 week it's gonna be Monday, and it's gonna be like every other. So I update my main series on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and so it's gonna be like every other main series upload will be a. Oh, Juliet ate that Goldberry that I didn't really want to waste on a random trainer battle, but that's okay. It'll kind of be like every other main series upload will be Wed'locke, because I still want to get through this. I'm really enjoying it, and it being a story-based game, I kind of want to get through this and move on to the next one, sort of thing. Not because I'm not enjoying it, just because that means I'll have something fresh on my channel, as opposed to these other series that'll probably never end. But yeah, so it'll be like Monday and Friday. And then, you know, the next week it'll just be like just Wednesday, and then the week after that it'll be Monday, Friday again. So you see what I mean? Like every other main series upload day will be an episode of the Wed'locke. So you'll still be getting it pretty frequently, but it won't be 2 a week like it had been doing. But it should be every other main series update. Now, obviously that's not quite totally true, because I also, like I say, I only update new episodes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then pretty much since I instituted that, we've also had the gray version coming out on Sundays and things like that, but you guys understand what I mean. So, yeah, and I'm going to be trying probably to do a lot of batch recording of this series and any other series that I can do, largely because coming into the summer, as I know you guys who have been following me for a long time are aware, I really start losing a lot of my gaming time because my wife is a teacher who is off work during the summer, and so like when I come home for lunches, she'll be here usually, and which means I don't really get to just kind of come home and let the dog out and knock out some gaming, or you know, when I come home from work, usually like when she's working, I'm home first, and so I've got some time there before I've got to be a proper adult, and all of that. So that time won't exist really either. So most of my free gaming time is gonna kind of devolve here for a little while. Let's see. Okay, here we are, Cyanwood City. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and heal. So that's going to go away a little bit, so I'm going to try and pre-record a lot of stuff. And this series is probably one of those that, you know, obviously grinding will slow some things up, but repels effect wore off. Alright. Alright, so, Cyanwood City is a forfeited route. But to say, yeah, no, I don't want to go up here. That's Suicune, and I'm pretty sure if we trigger Suicune here, probably we have to do a battle with Usoon, which is actually pretty difficult, and I don't really feel like losing anybody right now. So, what I was going to say is Cyanwood is a forfeited route, but I was trying to see if there's anywhere along the coast that would potentially still call out as Route 41. It's not looking like it. Where's Colin? You want to surf? Yes, Romeo, surf. And yeah, we've got to go pretty far out for it to consider it Route 41. So we can't just like fish off here and say, okay, well that's going to be Route 41, even though we're technically in Signwood, because there's a couple of blocks buffer there. So maybe once we get to the Whirl Islands or something, we can make use of that. But otherwise, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We managed to get a task from Jasmine. In fact, let's. Is this the pharmacy? Years of tradition, Signwood Pharmacy. We await your medical queries. Alright, can we get your Pokemon purified? Since for you, the Lighthouse Pokemon is in trouble. I got it. This will do the trick. Proceed the secret potion. There we go. So we got the potion that, or the medicine that Jasmine sent us here to get. So there we go. We've completed that quest. Well, partially at least. We do still have to make it back and give Amphi the medicine, but we will worry about that next time. As we will, I'm going to do a little bit of grinding. And then next episode we will take on the gym here. I think Chuck, yes. I think this is Chuck's wife. She will give us Fly, or maybe this is Chuck's wife. Across the sea here, that must have been hard. It would have been much easier if your Pokemon had a new Fly. If you beat the gym leader here, come see me. I'll have a nice gift for you. Yeah, so if we beat Chuck, then I think his wife's like, yeah, good, you knocked him down a peg, and she'll give us Fly. So next episode, we'll take on Chuck, we'll probably take on Eusine, and then we'll fly back to Olivine and heal Amphi. Maybe we'll take on Jasmine, I don't know, we'll see how much time we've got left, and how much of a shambles our team is in after taking on Chuck's gym and Eusine. Yeah, anyway, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys, and I will see you all back here next time on the Pokemon Crystal Wed'locke. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.